Good afternoon, book lovers of the internet. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe because for every subscriber, I get a new subscriber, and I also read a page from a book of my choice. I hadn't done that in quite some time. Well, if you're watching, let me know what you think of the haircut. It's a completely fresh cut, by the way. In the comment section down below, I am getting some very um, mixed reactions, but anyway, in this video I have three books to show you, two of which I bought yesterday, and one which my father gave me. After the book festival was over, I had the opportunity to meet with the author, Iris Wolf, but unfortunately I had to go to a lecture instead, so I ended up not listening to what she had to say. Speaking of Iris Wolf, the first book I have to show you is called Meta J and مقلوب المالتي mill-Ġermaniż minn Alfred Scalpello. I'm starting to think that rather than wolf, it's perhaps meant to be said Wolf, something along those lines, if it's a German name anyway, but this was published by Horizons. I am very happy to see such a beautiful cover. I am not accustomed to seeing such lovely covers on books in Maltese, especially in the country, and I feel as though certain publishers are really improving um, as time goes by. Basically, all of this is in Maltese, all of the blurb is in Maltese, but I can definitely translate to English. Um, so basically, min kull pajjiż li fih, Kato kienet ivvjaġġat ma' Tom kienet batitlu il-kartolini. So um, from every country that Kato or Kato had traveled to with Tom, um, she'd send him um, postcards, and her cursive writing would fill the backside of these postcards, and once she'd make it to the edge of the postcard, she would continue writing um, along the edges, I suppose. Um, so he'd have to turn the postcards around in a clockwise fashion, sometimes once, twice, three times, until he would find her signature. And sometimes he would receive postcards without any writing on them, pictures of canyons, um, statues on fountains, flowers, trees, and several times um, studies before one would paint somebody in particular. 4 weeks ago, then he received a postcard which had the question, "When are you coming over?" written on it. That is the blurb translated into English as best as I could. I did not have that prepared at all, by the way. Seems like an interesting read. I don't often read romance, and I don't even often read in Maltese, but this does come across as quite an interesting book with just over 200 pages. The next book I have to show you is a sequel to two books by this author, which I have already read, E. Lockhart. She is the author of We Were Liars and Family of Liars. This one is called We Fell Apart. I was lucky enough to come across it yesterday whilst I was browsing a bookstore in Valletta. This is the third book in the We Were Liars series. Coincidentally, a couple of days ago, I made a video about this and I did not know that it was already published in paperback until someone pointed it out to me in the the comment section. Needless to say, I am very looking forward to reading this one as well. It consists of 73 chapters, just over 300 pages, and the blurb is as follows. Same summer, new liars, an invitation from a lost father, a crumbling mansion by the sea, a trio of enigmatic wild boys, a place where madness floats just beneath the surface of the warm blue water, and lies, so many lies. Hidden Beach was a bad place to fall in love because liars always fall apart. And I suppose that is why it's called We Fell Apart. Apparently, We Were Liars was also made into a series which you can watch on Prime. I haven't bothered to watch it just yet because Personally, I am not that big a fan of the way We Were Liars ended, but I do love E. Lockhart's writing style and how quick to get through her books it tends to be. And we also have filled with beachy gothic atmosphere, intense betrayals, and devastating twists. In We Fell Apart, secrets run thicker than blood, and blood runs as wild as the sea. Compulsively readable to the very last page, says Jennifer Lynn Barnes, #1 New York Times bestselling author of The Inheritance Games. So yeah, that is the second book I wanted to show you in this video. Let me know what you think of the cover. I am not that big a fan, but I do like how they went along with the theme, with how the others look like as well. But personally, not a big fan of the way the cover looks, even though it does have a bit of an ominous look to it, quite an ominous tone to the story as well. And the next is this one called Best Wishes from the Full Moon Coffee Shop. A couple of weeks ago, now it's been, I think, I reviewed The Full Moon Coffee Shop by Mai Mochizuki on this channel, translated by Jordan Taylor from the Japanese. And yesterday, once again, I was lucky enough to come across the sequel. I even tried looking this up on Waterstones, but as it turned out, they don't even have the paperback version yet, so I was very surprised to see this in the bookstore, despite how it doesn't match in size um, to the first book I have in this, what I think is going to be a series now. I did enjoy the first one, granted perhaps not as memorable, but it had some lovely sentiments to it, and I look forward to reading the sequel. It was a relatively quick read as well. And in Japanese myth, cats are symbols of good luck. If you are kind to them, they'll return the favor one day. The Full Moon Coffee Shop magically materializes with every full moon, plus one festive night a year. This Christmas, the sagacious cats open their doors once more to all lost souls in need of a guiding light. The season's first customer, Satomi, catches wind of her boyfriend's plan to propose on Christmas Eve, and feels torn between love and success. Her disaffected intern, Koyuki, has her own reasons for dreading the day, and Junko's estranged father has fallen gravely ill, driving her to visit home after decades away. So have this festive follow-up to the cozy classic will remind you it's never too late to follow your stars. As I mentioned with the first one, I am not that big a fan of astrology, but there is a cat on the cover, translated from the Japanese. There are stars on the cover as well. Um, I couldn't resist, honestly. This one has just over 200 pages and it's bound to be a very quick read as well. Will make for a lovely review, so definitely stay tuned. Um, but yeah, that is all I had to say with regard to these three new books I've now added to my collection officially. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. Take a look at the rest of my videos because why not? They are absolutely amazing. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one, hopefully very, very soon. Bye, guys.